Hey everybody, this is still Sexy Butch again. Um, I want to talk about something I saw on, I think it was CBS Sunday Morning last Sunday. Um, there was a story on there about all these young kids, not teenage kids, but little kids who are all coming out and saying that that they're transsexual, and I mean some of those kids are maybe 5 or 6 or 7 years old, and I don't know. The woman who was the reporter who was reporting the story said that there seems to be there's like a huge jump in the percentage of young children who are claiming to be have gender dysphoria and be in the wrong body, and I don't know. I kind of find this a little unbelievable. I don't know. I mean, I knew from the time I was a young kid. I don't know, maybe by the time I was 8 or so, I realized that I like girls, in that way, and realized that I didn't have a word for it. I didn't have the word lesbian at the time, but I knew that I wasn't attracted to boys. Even when I hit puberty, I wasn't attracted to boys. I wanted to be around them, to be friends, but that was it. But I mean, well, growing up in the 60s and 70s, it was a very uncommon thing for someone to, have a sex change operation. Even people coming out saying that was very uncommon. But I don't know. I just find that I think it's become too easy for people to put that label on somebody or to put it on themselves. I don't know how these little kids find out about this stuff. I don't know. But I have a hard time believing that there can be that many transsexuals out there. I really have a hard time believing that that many little kids could have gender dysphoria. I mean, when you're a kid, pre-puberty, the sex organs haven't fully developed. The awareness, the true awareness of your sexual being hasn't really sunk in, because that's what puberty is for. So I don't know. I just think that this whole thing seems a bit far-fetched to me, and I'm not saying that it's not possible. There's a lot of people that grow up feeling that way, but I just think, maybe there's just too many right now, and that a lot of, how can so many little kids, apparently there's a lot of them, believe that kind of thing when they're still so young, or how can they understand it? They can't understand it at that age. Which leads me to my next part of this, which is this whole thing of butch visibility, and how many seem to be transitioning now, and I don't know why. It's as if it's become so easy now that that it's like, well, why should I be a butch lesbian when I can be FTM? I don't know if that's the case, but it just makes me wonder, because I used to think that I was a man trapped in a woman's body, but I've come to realize as I've grown older and more mature and had experiences, I've grown to understand that I don't have to do that. I don't have to transition in order to be who I am. And I'm a butch lesbian, and that's who I am, and that's who I'm going to stay. That's who I'm going to be. So I don't see the point in going through any of that other stuff. I really don't. And I'm proud of who I am. A lot of people, I've heard a lot of people in the gay community say that, us old school butches are just, we're out of it, and, nobody wants to associate with us, and they see us as, like some old dinosaurs that should be extinct already, But I think that's not the right way to look at it, Yeah, okay, I'm an old school butch, but hey, I'm not a young kid, If I was younger, maybe I would be a different kind of butch, but now I'm old school, because of the time that I grew up in. That's just who I am. And I just feel that maybe, before the parents of these young children, before they rush them to therapy, FTM therapy, or MTF therapy, before they rush them to that kind of thing, they should, the parents should step back and say, well, let's wait until they at least get to the age of puberty, because that's when they, I think, will be more certain about themselves, when their bodies actually start changing and they actually start becoming, young men and young women. That's just my take on it, but I think, I don't know, sometimes I think this whole transsexual thing has gotten out of hand, and I think that a lot of these kids could very well grow up, to be okay with their sexuality and being gay or lesbian, That's just the way I feel about it. Not saying I'm right, but I'm just saying I question children that young, a lot of them even under the age of 10 already thinking that they're in the wrong body. Well, they may be, but I can't believe that all of them are. I just can't believe it's that prevalent. So anyway, that's my take on it, and so I guess that's it for now. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, and talk to you later. Bye.